All right, number 4. Evolutionists are highly selective in choosing dates. Typically, they select dates they prefer while ignoring those they find unacceptable. Dating methods for a young Earth are ignored. Science has proposed many methods of geochronometry, but of these, only one, that of the radioactive decay of uranium and similar elements, yields an age for the Earth of billions of years. This is the one method that has been enthusiastically promoted, while all other methods have been neglected, says Richard Milton. There are powerful professional pressures on scientists to conform to a consensus. The published dating figures always conform to preconceived dates and never contradict those dates. As I said earlier in another session, this has now been proven to have taken place with climate change. Just a couple weeks ago, that came out in Nature magazine, the whole scandal there. And then, of course, this has clearly been shown through the recent COVID-19 issues, where only the scientists that fit the narrative that they wanted to get out were allowed to get out, and all of the ones such as people who were top in their field but didn't agree with the narrative, they had their YouTubes pulled down. They had to go to Rumble and other sources to try to get their message out to say, hey, this is gonna kill, don't do it. And the world ignored. So we've seen that in recent history. It should be very clear in our minds that you cannot trust all that you read. In general, dates in the correct ballpark are assumed to be correct and are published, but those in disagreement with other data are seldom published, nor are discrepancies fully explained, said Dr. Richard Mauger in Contributions to Geology. This was something going on back almost 50 years ago that he's describing that. If all rejected dates were retrieved from the wastebasket and added to the published dates, the combined results would show that the dates produced are the scatter that one would expect by chance alone. Ian Taylor, engineer, said none of this is mentioned in popular magazines and textbooks, and the impression is left in the reader's mind that absolute chronology has been established by the radiocarbon method. Did you see what's been in the news of the last 48 hours or so, and how they can now prove on the North American continent the oldest humans were there 23,000 years ago? Did you hear anything about the other side? You don't. Because, again, they're not telling the truth. Remember, Satan is a liar. He's the father of lies. This is where this is all coming from. I don't believe all the people repeating that, both in the science world or in the media world, are intentionally lying. I don't believe that. I think many of them honestly think that's the truth. But I believe there are some who know they're not telling the truth. They're not telling the full picture.